What's up, brother? What's up, sister? My name Bill. I went to prison when I was 19 for making poor decisions. Spent 9 years, got out at the age of 28. During my time in prison, I've seen and been around people that were sexually assaulted. I've seen murders with my own two eyes, brutal murders, people getting stabbed up. I've seen so much corruption. I've seen people get so depressed and commit suicide. My brothers and sisters, I'm just encouraging y'all to the best of your ability, try to do the right thing, man. Stay out them jails, stay out them prisons. It's not worth it because you could go in and never make it out. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? It's your boy Billy. Hey, listen, bro. Another reason I be stressing, like, of course, do the right thing, stay out of trouble. Of course, don't nobody want to be in jail. Don't nobody want to be in prison. But, bro, outside of all the physical dangers, you could get beat up, you could get hit with a candy bar, with a fan motor. Bro, that place will take a toll on your mental. Bro, prison will really have you real life paranoid, folks. Like, when I say paranoid, I mean, like, really paranoid. Like, and there's so much stuff that goes on in there. It's very hard to dismiss the thought of, or even if you go to thinking something crazy, it's hard to be like, nah, that sounds crazy, because it's type of stuff that sound crazy. It's some stuff that I've told you guys before. And it be people in the comments like, Bill, this was a good ass story, but bro, that just sound cap. It just don't, well, it can sound whatever it want to sound. I know what happened, I was there. So it really be some like unheard of stuff going on in there, some unimaginable type of things that people do, you know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, people do it on the streets too. But I'm just saying, like, bro, it takes a toll on your mind. It will have you paranoid on a whole nother level. It'll have you thinking crazy, questioning everything. And I honestly think that's why now to this day, and I'm working on it, I do have a trust issue. But it just be crazy. Like you could tell me, oh yeah, I ain't see you calling me. I had ran downstairs and was talking to my sister and left my phone on the bed. I think you lying. Because who just leaving their phone? But at the same time, nigga, a person could really leave their phone on the bed, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be stuff like that, bro. I almost seriously injured somebody one day in prison, all because of paranoia, because I was just thinking about all kind of stuff. I almost really placed myself in a position to where I could have possibly got some more time all about a cigarette, a Chris Brown CD. For everybody who keep asking who was Chris Brown's a cigarette. About one single cigarette. And the dude that I put the accusations on and that I was tweaking on, come find out was innocent. It just was, I allowed something to be in my mind that wasn't even the case, you know what I'm saying? So one day we waiting on this pack. I got Joe Dirt in the room. He looking out the door. I'm on the phone. I'm texting this girl. I'm talking to her. She left and went on break. I'm talking to her, but she's pulling back up to the prison, just letting her know, you know, because it's about her second time doing it. So she acting a little nervous and stuff. I'm just trying to, you know, Joe Dirt watching the door. He might leave out, come back in, leave out, ask me, is she in or whatever. But he just watching my door, just, you know, anything got to do with 12. We need to know and see everything so don't nothing go left. So she finally put it on her how she need to put it on her, where she need to do with it and whatever the case is. And she was like, all right, I'm about to come in. And she was like shaking, and I'm telling her, folks, calm down. You did it before. This ain't like you don't know what's, you know, like just chill. So she like, all right, she hang up the phone because of course they can't bring their phone in with them. I think you got to be like a lieutenant or higher. I don't even know if a lieutenant, yeah, I think a lieutenant can, yeah. And in the county jail, you could be a sergeant. So he go out there. I still stay in the room because I need to watch the phone. I mean, I could take the phone out there, but it might have been a particular officer that was out there that was on our little walkway that don't play that. Some officers don't give a damn. I done got caught with phones so much and nothing happened. And then it done been other times they'll cause a big scene about it. So I stayed in there just in case this phone rings. She tell me anything crazy. So I'm sitting in there waiting, man. I done got up. I couldn't sit still. I just go walking back and forth, pacing the cell. When I get to the door, I look. When I get to the back of the cell, I got the window pulled all the way open. I look back there, you know, just to see if I hear any radio, any crazy talking, anything like that. I'm pacing back. My phone vibrated. I hurry up, jump, look at it. It was somebody just texting me. It ain't had nothing to do with her. Next thing you know, the door swung open. It swung open fast. Door swing open as Joe Dirt. He like, folks, I think something going on, G. I'm like, what the hell you mean? Why you said it? He say, all the fucking police is running up there to the goddamn front, folks. The front is where she got to come through. So I'm like, ah, fuck. I'm like, ain't no way, bro. So we both leave out. We go up there. We go into the TV room, and we watching out the window. You see like two last officers running. They run up front. I'm sitting there so nervous, bro. My teeth done started chattering together. My hands done started shaking. I done got nervous, bro. Because I'm like, damn. I just know in my mind, she went up there on some nervous ass shit. Probably didn't tuck that stuff the right way like I told her to do. She did something crazy and nervous. And them folks probably got suspicious, checked her. She might have dropped something, whatever the case is. Bro, we sitting here for like 30 minutes straight. Nothing. So all these buildings has no officer. None. Because they all took off running to go up there. I pull the phone out, look at it, nothing. Another 30 minutes go by. Now it's been about a good hour. No officer. We ain't seen a soul in about an hour. She still ain't called my phone. So I'm just feeling bad. Then I started feeling guilty, like, bro, this girl, you know, because you catch them cadets, you got to catch them young and fresh. So, you know, some of these folk come through this bit 18, 19, 20. I'm hopping straight on. Hey, baby, come here. Shit, because you going to go for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm feeling bad, like, damn. Am I on some manipulation shit? Could the girl young? Am I doing some lame shit? My goddamn keep catching these young cadets like this. But at the end of the day, nigga, I'm in prison. I'm in prison. I'm in training. I'm just trying to get me a pack in here so I can make me some money. And shit, they be needing some money. So it is what it is. Next thing you know, we finally see movement. And boy, I felt so good. All weights was lifted off my shoulder. I saw old girl walking from up front. I was like, yes, because if they just caught that, she wasn't finna step foot back on this compound. So I know they didn't, you know what I'm saying? So she come walking down. She walking real fast. So when she get right here, she got to unlock the gate. She done dropped the keys twice. She's so nervous, her hands shaking, all kind of stuff. She finally get the thing open. She come around. She come up to the dorm. As she walking up, I can see in her face something ain't right. So I walk up there to the door real casual. I'm standing at the door looking straight at her. She come in. She popped the salad poke to let me out. I step out. She was like, man, I was just so motherfucking scared. I said, what happened? She said, man, one of the officers got the damn fighting up there with the lady, one of the administrative women that issue out your uniforms. They got to arguing about this uniform shit, but I didn't know that at first. So when I saw the people at the door taking off running, she said, man, I hurry up and slid over to the bathroom and threw all that shit off me, threw that shit in the garbage. And as soon as I stepped back out, they was running, telling me, come on. We took off running. They in there fighting. We had to go break these people up. I said, they were just fighting in the administration area. She said, yes, Officer such and such was fighting the girl that handed out all the uniform. Now, at this point, I had been fired from my detail. I didn't have the job no more. So how the fuck I'm gonna get it? And the dude who work up there, his ass a goofy. And then you got Gallant, but they don't even let Gallant, they don't let Deputy Warden Gallant in that area. But I'm sure they probably let him come clean up the bathroom or whatever until they found, you know, the person that they was going to replace. Well, he was already there because I trained him, matter of fact. The person that was supposed to be there, that was working there, I trained him. But, you know, they probably still had Gallant coming in there helping out a little bit just till he got the real hang of it. But like I say, his ass was a goofy. And he lived on the annex. He didn't live on the main compound. They just would take him to and from every day. I'm like, I got to catch this nigga at chow or something. But I asked her, I'm like, ain't no way. She like, how the hell I'm going to just go back up the administration, go in the bathroom? You know how suspicious that's going to look. They going to ask me at the front thing, what am I doing? Why am I coming back in here? Then they going to be looking at me. And then I walk straight from over there. Fuck the noise. I walk straight from them, walk straight in the bathroom, then come right back out and come down here. She like, hell no, you're going to have to get that boy up there to get it. So I'm like, fuck, bro. So I tell her, I try to get her to let me out on the walk, but she was like, after that shit that just happened, it's going to look very suspicious. You're the only one out there. And then the boy who work up there, he's not coming out unless he on like a little break or they call a chow or something. He might go over there and eat. So I'm like, all right. So they call chow. She let me out. I linger around there for a minute. So happy. I feel bro coming. I see bro coming down. He coming, walking towards the chow hall. I get his attention. He get to the gate. He waiting on the officer to come unlock it. He like, what's going on with your CBL? He did like this. This what they do. You trying to dap a nigga up or something. You know the gate got the fence with them shits in it. So a nigga can't really dap you up. So they just stick 2 fingers through. And you just do that. And that's basically like you dapping a nigga up. So they like, what's going on, CBL? So I did it back. I was like, shit, cool, but I need your help. I said, I need you, my boy. He said, what going on? He was an older cat. I said, bro, I got a can of Chris Brown. It's in 3 bombs up there in that first female's bathroom. As soon as you go through them double doors, the very first female's bathroom to your right, because if you keep straight and go through another set, it's another one to your right. But I explained to him very vividly. It's the first one. I got 3 bombs of Chris Brown in there. I said, bro, if you could get it for me, get it out here to me. Or whenever you can get it to me, I just need it. You can have one of the bombs, just give me the other 2. And you know, I just tell him he can have one. The fuck is that? A bird? Just to make him more eager about wanting to help me. Because, you know, if you giving somebody something, they'll be more willing to help you than you just trying to have them go do work, risk their job, risk the good dorm that they living in, and they ain't getting nothing out the deal. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, shh, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, it's been, keep doing this, closed his eyes, doing his forehead like this. So I'm like, oh, he on his Gallant shit. He said, I ain't even gonna lie, man. You know, it's been a couple years, CBS, since, you know, I messed around with anything. I was like, bro, but it's a situation. I ain't got no other choice, bro. I can't get in there, bro. I can't. They would not let me through them doors if I tried to right now. You know that. So you got to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, listen though, I do it. But if I do it, he said, man, I'm never doing it again. Please don't make this no habit. He said, I mean, I appreciate the bomb you're going to give me, but please don't make it no habit, bro, because this is just not something that I do, that I like to do. I'm like, shit, nah, that's cool. I said, this was just because them folks got to fighting up there, and the people who put it there, they was just too scared. They didn't know what was really going on. So he like, yeah, I understand. He was like, oh, shit, I'm going to go eat just because if I turn around right now at this gate and go back in there, then come back out, basically the same shit she said, they like, it's just going to look suspicious to the administrators. They're going to be like, the fuck this nigga doing? He moving funny. And you know, in their mind, no matter how good of a worker you are, no matter how much it seems like they trust you, they still got it in the back of their mind that he's an inmate. He's a convicted felon. He's in here for doing something wrong. And 9 times out of 10 of these level 5 prisons, your ass gonna be in here for a minute. So you probably still got some fuck shit in your system to some degree, no matter how good you're trying to be. So I'm like, yeah, facts for sure. So we walking, we talking, we just trying to figure out how the hell we gonna do it, how we gonna get it, what type of way we could do it, how we could work the move, you know what I'm saying? And he tell me like, shit, the next child, I'm gonna try to come out, but a lot of times they'll send them back to the annex by a certain time. But he like, shit, the next time they call a child, he was like, but listen, if worse come to worse, and I can't get it to you today, I get it, secure it, put it up in my little area somewhere, and then be out for breakfast, bro. Make sure you come out for breakfast tomorrow, because soon they call child, I'm not gonna leave from administration until I see your dorm go out. So I'm like, all right, bet for sure, that's a bet. So I go in there and eat. Me and Dirk walking back to the dorm. He asked me about him, telling him everything that bruh said. Bro, we get back in the dorm. We probably was in the dorm for probably 10 minutes. The police running in there screaming, emergency lockdown, right now, emergency lockdown. They running shit and slamming everybody doors. Emergency lockdown. So nigga like, bro, what the fuck going on? Like, god damn, bro, it's always something. Every time one nigga trying to line something up and do something, it's always something. So I asked the officer, the lady that's on the floor, what's going on? Oh, we don't know yet. The deputy warden of security just called and said emergency lockdown. So I'm like, that's a damn lie, bro. That is a lie. So I go ask the dude who was coming close to my door. I'm like, what the hell happened, folks? He said somebody just got killed. I said, oh my goodness, bro. In that moment, I knew for a fact I wasn't finna get my shit. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I knew I wasn't gonna get it, or it was gonna be a very long time before I got it, because y'all about to put us on lockdown. This nigga could use this situation as leverage to cap me down, act as if he couldn't get it, like, I don't know, something like that. Or say they popped it, because that could be, like, it just was, and that's why I was saying in the beginning about the paranoia. And then it also made me paranoid, because y'all coming in here telling us emergency lockdown, but when they do that, bro, you have like crews, like sets of officers running to different buildings. Now, if they short of staff and it ain't but damn 3 officers in there, of course, they can only do it like together one at a time type shit. Excuse me, but they usually don't do that. So, but when I'm looking through the window and out the window, you don't see none of that, bro. None of that. You see officers walking on the walk casually like ain't shit going on. Now it got me wondering and paranoid, thinking that nigga went back up there, told them folks what I just told him about the pack in there. They coming to lock us down and shake me down and try to get me up out of here based off what he just said. And then even when a slick nigga snitch on you, what they'll do if it's 3 bombs, nigga might steal 2, or at least steal 1 and be like, he didn't tell me how much, but he told me it was some Chris Brown CDs in there. So I look over at old girl inside the booth, she just looking nervous as hell. I'm like, bro. So I asked bro, I'm like, what dorm he got killed in? He tell me a dorm up the walk. I'm like, you don't know who it is? He like, I think it was a blood nigga. I said, you don't know who killed him? He said, I think a Muslim nigga. He was like, but come on, bro, you gotta go in the room. You know, these folks be watching the nigga. I said, all right, bro. I get in the room. My roommate in there, laid back on the bed, reading a damn newspaper. I don't know why that shit pissed me off so bad. I think it just because I was already frustrated about all kind of stuff. And it just had me so mad, bro. Go in the room, I wait till they finish doing what they doing and leave out, pull my phone out. Now I gotta wait a few hours for her to call me and let me know, you know what I'm saying, exactly what went down, what's happening, all that type of stuff. She eventually called me later on, And she telling me about the situation that happened up the walk. She said the boy got killed. It was what bro said. It was the Bloods and Muslims had went at it, and they was trying to hurry up to lock us down to make sure it don't spread, of course, to make sure, when they really do that, they try to, even though they know, because niggas be on the phone with each other before it even pop. Like, look, bro, this what they doing. This what's going on. This, that. But they really try to hurry up and lock you down before everybody catch word, like before everybody hear about and find out what just happened, just so it won't get bigger in a whole nother dorm. Basically what they doing. So she called me, she telling me about the situation. I'm listening, I'm hearing it. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. She like, yeah, they stabbed the shit out of that boy. I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up. I'm like, but what's up with that Chris Brown? Did you go check? She said, that's what's so fucking strange. I said, what? She said, man, when I got off, I went in there and I was in the salad pot with a few officers, and I ran in there kind of quick, and I told them, ooh, I gotta pee. I can't hold it. She said, and I hurry up and ran in that bathroom, and I checked that shit fully. It was nothing in there. That was not in there. She said the damn bag was fresh and clean, like it was just changed or something. She said, I think that boy threw it away or something. I said, nah, he gotta have it then, because I hollered at him. She was like, he ain't got no phone. You can't call him and try to just make sure. I said, hell no, he at the annex. And there was probably a nigga or two at the annex with a phone, but for the most part, it in the dorm he was in. I think that was just like real life cornball Jamal. They wasn't really having phones in that dorm that he was in specifically. So she was like, shit, you want me to try to say so? I said, no. You don't say nothing. You don't put yourself in no situation. You already young as hell. You knew, hey, shit, there's a piece of me. Shit, like I said before, I caught you, somebody else can. Shit, I'm being stingy with this. I don't want a nigga to know nothing about you. Because then next thing you know, shit, you did this for CB or do this for me. Nah, then we going to have a problem. So I spend the next few days asking niggas for numbers at the annex. Ain't nobody got one. Bro, I'm stressed out, bro. I ain't gonna count. I used to be kind of bad on the Chris Brown CDs. When I say bad, I remember this other girl that was working for me. Nigga, I hadn't had a Chris Brown CD in like 2-3 days. And I real life was mad, frustrated. Think I got to fighting, cussed out about 3 people. It just, I guess my body had just got so used to the menthol, the nicotine, or whatever the case is. I had one option. And my roommate loved Chris Brown too, and he be having money. And we was sitting there talking, and I was like, bro, I want a Chris Brown CD so bad, bro. And he said, shit, you know that boy Taye, keep him. Taye was the dude in the dorm that had a very bad reputation for playing games with people, about selling them stuff. He'll play games like it didn't come. He'll play games like, oh, your folks only sent this, or he'll purposely give you a cash app that's to somebody else he know. Then when you send it, he play stupid like that ain't what he gave you. And the nigga had rumors on his name before that. He sold a nigga some cream and mixed up some, I don't know if he crushed it. I don't even know what the hell a mothball looked like. But he crushed up a mothball or something and mixed it up in the nigga cream, and the boy did it in the hole and it killed him. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't want to fuck with Taye. And his prices was, like, you get a whole cup, bro, full medicine cup, $50 max, but really be cheaper than that when it's a lot going on the compound. Taye don't give a fuck what's going on. If it's a lot going on, he still wants 75. If it's dry, he want 100. I done seen a nigga go up to 125 before. So I was like, man, I ain't trying to fuck with that nigga. He was like, but I mean, shit, nigga, we want to smoke. I'll go half with you on one. He was like, shit, matter of fact, you know he wants 75. You buy one, I buy one. Try to ask that nigga if he could give us a deal for 150. If he could try to give us 2 cups or something like that. I mean, 3 cups, not 2, 3 cups. So I was like, man, I'm calling, texting everybody else, all kind of people. There's other people that got it, but they in different dorms, and this whole compound is locked down. There is no movement going on. So it's like, I think you gonna get them for Taye, or you ain't gonna get them. And bro, I was on like my second, third day. I just couldn't take the shit no more, bro. And then old girl had already told me, they said we're gonna be locked down for 2 weeks for 14 days before, like, once they move everybody and then let the rest of the compound back out. So I tried to think it, bro. Probably about the second, third day, I couldn't take it no more. I called a nigga Taye. He in the dorm with me. He like, yo, C-Bill. I'm like, you got some brown down there? He like, hell yeah. I'm like, what the cup going for? He was like, well, shit, you know the cup go for 75. He was like, but shit, I ain't got no cups right now. I mean, I ain't got no loose tobacco. He said, I got actual real cigarettes. He was like, so shit, I can break it up for you myself. That's gonna get you about, it's gonna be about a good 3.5 cigarettes that's gonna fill up a cup. But you know, I only do 20s though. And that's another thing about this nigga. A full medicine cup is 30 cc's. He'll give you 10 under, so it's like that much. And he's considering that a cup, and he wants $75 for it. So he was like, shit, I could, you feel me? So I asked my roommate, I'm like, shit, G, what you want to do? In my mind, I'm thinking, he like, I don't give a damn. But in my mind, I'm like, shit, we buy the loose tobacco all the time. Shit, it ain't like it's an everyday thing, but we just walk around this bitch with whole Chris Brown CDs. So I told my roommate, I was like, shit, I feel me. So he was like, I'm with it, I don't care. So I was like, how much they going for? He was like, shit, I'm gonna give you 3.5 for the same 75, because that's the same amount that'll fill it up. I said, so what are they, 3.6? I said, so, damn, I feel like I'm acting slow, right? All right, so that's 7 cigarettes for $150. He like, yeah. I'm like, but listen, bro, if I spend $150 and we lock down, nigga, it ain't like you just got hella plays where you can only serve people in this dorm when they let the orderly out to do our trays and to clean up. But nigga, it ain't like your trap just jumping, because a lot of these niggas ain't got access to no phone. I'm like, bro, fuck with me on the deal or something, bro. He was like, 150. I said, yeah. He was like, I seen 10 of them up there. I'm like, all right, I'll go for that. I'll go for that. So he like, all right, soon, bro, do the trays. I'm gonna have it all ready together for you. I'm like, all right, bet. So I told my roommate, I'm like, yeah, folks said he gonna give us 10 of them for 150. He like, all right, bet. I know that shit probably sound crazy as hell to y'all, like, cause on the streets you get 20 cigarettes for about $10, $8, $9, depending on what state you in. And me and this nigga really paid 150, really for 7, cause it's 3 and then 2 halves, so that's 7. But he fucked with us on the extra 3 because he knew what I was saying was a fact. That shit sound crazy, spending 150 for 10 cigarettes. So they do the trays. I think it was like chicken and rice, some bullshit. But we had the orderly get us some hot water. We made a little pocket in there. My roommate made it. I didn't make it. I'm not saying I couldn't make it because I'm fine. I just didn't feel like it. I wanted to let my roommate do it. And we smoking cigarettes. Bro, it just felt so good to finally have one, bro. To finally have one, it just felt so good. One night, I'm up all night. My roommate was up too reading the book, but I'm up pacing back and forth. I'm like, yeah, look at the phone, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Nigga couldn't sleep worth a damn. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck going on. I checked the stash. We got about 2 cigarettes left. I told my roommate, I said, boy, something gotta give, boy. He like, what? I'm like, nigga, we ain't got but 2 left. So he was like, shit, well, I'm ready to send my 150. Or I mean his 75, to send my 75 and send the nigga 150 again. I'm like, yeah, that's cool too, but shit. I can get one of these officers 500 and get a whole can, bro. Keep giving this nigga no 150, bro. I light it up, light the cigarette up, I'm walking. I was like, matter of fact, bro, you know what? We ain't even got to split this and, you know, pass it back and forth. Shit, there's 2 left. I just lit one up. Here go yours. He was like, shit, I bet. Shit, hand me that wick. I handed him the wick. He lit his up. And as I'm walking and just thinking, I started doing the cigarette like this. And I'm just thinking, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I tripping? I feel like I felt something in it. I'm like, I might be tripping. And then I guess I did it too hard. And, bro, some shit went to cracking and crunching. I said, what the fuck? So I did it to make sure I ain't tripping. And I did it again. And it did the same shit. Then I tried to do it back again. Then I didn't hear it or feel nothing no more. Me still thinking I'm tripping and not thinking about the person I got it from, the nigga Taye, I just hit it again. Bro, when I hit it again, it's like that bitch amplified some type of way. Nigga, I got an immediate light head rush way stronger than what I had just had when I was smoking it. I don't know if my mind was playing tricks on me, nigga. I feel like shit started looking different. I say, bruh. My roommate say, what? I say, bro, I think this fuck nigga been lacing our Chris Browns. He was like, what you mean? I said, bro, I don't hear nothing no more. I don't feel nothing no more. He said, what the fuck you supposed to feel? I don't feel nothing either. He was smoking his. I said, bro, let me see your cigarette. I walked over there to him. He hit it, he handed it to me. And I did this. And that bitch did that. He looked at me like, what the fuck? I said, bro, look, feel it, listen. And he grabbed it, he twisted it and did it. And then it was like crunch. He like, bro, this shit feel hard like crystals or something. I said, bro, that bitch ass nigga laced our cigarettes, bro. He like, damn. So he looking at it, he like, damn, I don't even know if I want to hit this bitch no more. I threw mine in the toilet. I was like, I hit it after that, but that bitch just, it made me extra more lightheaded. So bro was like, shit, I'm just still try it though. He hit it one time. He said he felt the same way, but he was like, hell no, he threw his in the toilet. I called that nigga Taye. I said, gee, that's the type of games you playing? That's how you play? He like, what the hell you mean, bro? I said, okay, for sure. Hung up on that fuck nigga. He kept calling me during the rest of the time we was locked down, sending me kites up there. CBL, what the hell you talking about? Texting me, CBL, you straight? I changed my number on the bitch ass nigga. I said, I don't know what this nigga got going on. This nigga just put some, and then I told y'all, it's already that rumor about the mothballs in a nigga, meth and killed the boy. They finally let us off lockdown at the time that old girl said they would. Me and my roommate both was on one. We was both pissed off. Man, immediately, soon they popped out the door. We had to stand on the door. As soon as I step out, this fuck nigga standing straight up there at us. The officer coming in, giving us a speech, telling us if anything happened, if it even looked like anything, she gonna call the supervisor. So she finally leave out. Me and bro go skipping down the steps. You know, the nigga go to skipping, he mean business. I got my file on me, my roommate got his file on him. We had already cooked up a plan. We finna rob this nigga for everything he got. Probably finna pop his ass, and he getting up out this motherfucking door. Fuck going back on lockdown. We don't give a fuck. I'm coming across the floor. So a few people that, you know, ride with me, they're like, CBL, what's up, G? You good? I'm like, I'm straight. They're like, hold on, what the hell going on? So this blood dude that I fuck with that live upstairs, he come down. He like, you good, bro? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just finna handle me a little business. So everybody like, damn, they're just like, hey, bro, listen, what the hell going on? I'm telling you, like, them folks talking about we finna go back on lockdown. Then you got Taye standing here at the door looking scared as hell, stomach poking out this damn fire. He like, what the hell, CBL? I don't even know what you talking about. I'm about to come in there and holler at you. I'm about to come in there and holler at you. And then my roommate jumped over the rail. And I pushed past these niggas. We go downstairs, he run the room. He like, hold on, bro, what the fuck going on? I said, man, nigga, come on with everything you got, huh? He like, what the fuck you got going on? See, I said, nigga, you know what the fuck going on. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. So the door's still open. So like two of my folks, they're like, CBL, hold on, G, what the hell going on? What the fuck going on? I said, man, this bitch ass nigga been lacing me and bro cigarettes while we was locked down, bro. So they looking like, what? I said, bro, I was feeling different and everything. So he like, CBL, what is you talking about, bro? Ain't nobody lacing no cigarette. I said, bitch ass nigga, go in your stash and pull out everything you got. So they like, hey, G, come out here and holler at us, bro. You know, we ain't finna do all this, bro. That man been all right, bro. He ain't been, I said, bro, I was smoking the motherfucking Chris Brown CD. And nigga, I was just thinking, and I ended up squeezing the filter, and bro, I heard some crushing, crystal feeling shit. And then my roommate vouched for it. He said, yeah, nigga, fact, come on, did the same shit. Nigga, we ended up throwing our cigarettes in the toilet, nigga, when we realized this bitch ass nigga probably laced our shit. And then the reason we ain't feel it no more is because that shit, I guess, vaporized into the cigarette to get us fucked up or something. So he was like, man, CBL, y'all tripping, bro, that's a crush. I said, a what? He said, a crush? I said, what the fuck you mean a crush, nigga? That's the name of a new drug or something, nigga? I don't do no motherfucking drugs called no crush, nigga. And that's when everybody who been buying cigarettes from him was telling me that apparently there's something called like menthol crushed. And it's a little hard thing in the filter. And in order to get a lot of the menthol, you gotta crush it. And then that's what activates all the menthol. Then he pulled one out right then and there in front of all of us. And he did it right in front of my face, in my roommate's face. He crushed it up. You could hear it. It was the same way he lit it up. He was like, I smoke it. Let y'all boy know. He was like, bro, ain't nobody try to do no shit like that, bro. And then out of all this time, I don't know why the fuck I never, because I'm quick to run a Google search. And then I Googled the motherfucker. And it was true. And I even watched a YouTube video watching a nigga do it. And they say it's just to activate the menthol. And I was like, damn, but I was like, my bad, bro. I was in that bitch tripping. I really was mad about some other shit anyway. And I felt like you tried to goddamn lace a nigga or something. And he swore up and down he didn't. He, blah, blah, blah. And he asked us how many we threw in the toilet. We capped his ass down. He gave us like 3 apiece, 3 cigarettes apiece. And we was crushing the shit out them shits ever since then. Finally was able to see the nigga that work up front. He did have it and put it up, and Ben took his one back to the annex, and he had them too. He gave them to me, and we went back to the dorm, and I pushed up on bro, and I was like, hey, bro, just on the strength that, you feel me, we was tweaking. I ain't never disrespected you, bro. I was calling that man all kind of bitch ass niggas, telling him shut the fuck up, flinching at him with my knife, all kind of shit. And that man ain't did shit. I just had never heard of that. And I think I gave that nigga like 2 scoops on the strength. I just let him have it just as like a mutual apology / we good type shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. But yeah, bro, that's the story about I thought a nigga laced me and I was really finna crash out. Do the right thing, stay out of trouble to the best of your ability, stay out them jails and them prisons. It's your boy Bill, I'm gone. What's up, brother? What's up, sister? My name Bill. I went to prison when I was 19 for making poor decisions. Spent 9 years, got out at the age of 28. During my time in prison, I've seen and been around people that were sexually assaulted. I've seen murders with my own 2 eyes, brutal murders, people getting stabbed up. I've seen so much corruption. I've seen people get so depressed and commit suicide. My brothers and sisters, I'm just encouraging y'all to the best of your ability, try to do the right thing, man. Stay out them jails, stay out them prisons. It's not worth it because you could go in and never make it out.